All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hey everybody, I am DJ Dank and welcome to Under the Golden Gate Live. I'm here with Andrew Roberts and this is Film Feud. And this is where we discuss movies currently in the cinemas, give our opinions, and what we think of the pop culture phenomena of film in this world as it goes. Tonight's film is The World's End, the new film from Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, the two guys that starred in both Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. This is the new one, still directed by Edgar Wright. It's about a bunch of old friends who were friends in the late 80s, early 90s, reuniting to go on the Golden Mile, which was a 12-pub-long pub crawl that will challenge the most staunch of drinkers to go from one pub to the other and drink that much. They failed earlier in their lives, and later in their lives, you're going to go back and try it again. And they just really can't be quite ready for exactly what's going to happen to them. And I'm not going to tell you because that's half of the fun of this very strange, fun movie. It's slightly flawed, but the performances are dead on fantastic. And for the good hour and a half of the movie, I chuckled and laughed just the way I should. It was smart, it was funny, just the way Shaun of the Dead was. And it knew what it was homaging and does a really a good job of it. Unfortunately, near the end, they do what Joe Bob Briggs calls having to explain the plot. And that does get a little long-winded. But lots of ideas there. I really enjoyed it. What did you think?
Man, I think we're going to have a bad episode this week because I kind of agree with you on this one.
We can't feud?
No.
I'll just pick on your mustache. Everybody else says.
I feel like what you said was true. So I thought I would have given it 4 out of 5 rubber cocks.
Sure, 4 or 5 rubber cocks.
It could have been a little bit more condensed. And
right, that last little part when they went...
They had to keep on going and all that.
It explained themselves.
That's what I was thinking as well. Also, I kind of feel like there's a phenomenon in movies at the moment that everything has to aim for 2 hours long.
Right.
It used to be 80 minutes for a movie, and now everybody considers themselves Stanley Kubrick.
Right.
And they feel that if their dick isn't 2 hours long, then, they're not measuring
They're not going to get that Oscar nomination.
Yeah. I felt it was... I actually thought it was well scripted. I thought the effects were very convincing.
It was.
And it was so good it almost made me want to go to England.
Wow,
so
there you go.
That says a lot.
Well, it's interesting if you look at these movies as a trilogy. I was thinking of them earlier because, in Shaun of the Dead, the way to solve the fact that there were zombies everywhere was to go to the pub. And it just all the movies are very pub-centric, which is, I've been talking to a guy I've met at some bars lately from Scotland, and he talks about the pub culture there and how different it is than what we do. But one of the things I want to talk about is the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is like a dream from anybody's 1989-90 Britpop playlist. And the great thing about it is that when you watch the movie and then go back and put all the names of the songs together, they all have something to do with the plot.
Really?
And yes. And also, if you go through there as well, you'll see all these signs and stuff in the background. And after you see it, you'll start thinking about all the different signs and what they said and what the movie is actually about. We're not going to tell you because we're not going to spoil it for you because there are a lot of twists and turns you just won't see coming. So I thought it was fresh and fun.
I would say it's wait for DVD.
Well, that.
I'm not sure whether it's really worth $10 to go out to the cinema.
Well, I sat over at the AMC last night with a pretty decent-sized crowd of San Franciscans, and they laughed quite a bit, and a lot of them clapped at the end, which is unusual for San Francisco people. So they were showing their love.
Clapping at the end.
Clapping at the end, like the movie can hear them.
How do you feel about people clapping in
the movie came in and took a bow. I don't know.
So,
I think that's at least it shows they liked it. San Francisco audiences are notoriously kind of like jaded, like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I've seen them clap at some pretty average sort of movies, especially in the AMC.
Well, nothing's wrong with the lovely, vivid world of the AMC. Except trying to understand that opening thing where they show the previews and those kids get in that chair and they suck on their sodas and it all grows up like trees and bushes and a weird spinning flower.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean when I'm watching a movie? Is it supposed to be immersive that I'm going to the jungle? Maybe so. My friend Timmy just sits there and throws insults at the girl the whole time, so that kind of makes that funny.
I did see another movie.
Okay, what'd you see?
I saw The Conjuring.
Oh, what'd you think of that?
It's fucking terrifying. I couldn't sleep.
Really?
I had to wait till the sun came up just to get a few 40 winks.
Wow.
It's really embarrassing telling your boss that you're late to work because you're scared of the dark.
So, I'm DJ Dank.
I'm Andrew Roberts.
This has been Film Feud, and we'll be back with more Under the Golden Gate. And if you like what you're seeing, go to underthegoldengate.com.